Hello everyone, this is Sunday, July 23rd at 2 p.m. and the current temperature is 25 degrees Celsius. I want to look at some ducks. This is beautiful right here. Nice lake, and look at all these ducks. Aren't they something? There are a whole bunch of them here now. Look at this. They're beautiful. All these ducks in one place. You can walk up quite close to them without them getting too excited. They're quite used to people, but not as tame as the ones in the park downtown. They're more used to people, but they're not bad. You can walk up quite close before they get too nervous. If I take a step, they'll take a step. But this is pretty good. And this is Maynard Lake. Right here. Halifax truly is a city of lakes. There's lakes everywhere. And this is one of them. There's a small lake, Maynard Lake, located on Portland. And this particular end is Portland and Lakefront. Beautiful, beautiful lake right here. Anyway, there's all the ducks you see today. They're beautiful. All right, let's get going. Where are we going? We're going down, I don't know, maybe we'll go down Portland a ways and then maybe we'll cut down, I don't know, some side streets or something like that. It's Sunday. I don't feel like walking too far today. But it is 25 degrees and on top of that, my wife gave me 2 hours to be home because she's cooking supper. I don't want to make her mad. All right. You'd never know it to look at things now that we had a flood here yesterday. It rained so much. In 1 hour it rained 20 millimeters. But we got rain for hours. It was truly a flood yesterday. A couple of cars were submerged, and I heard there's 4 people missing. 4 people were lost in that tragic incident caused by this flood. You never know it today. Look at it. Everything's beautiful again. But there's parts that the road is washed out and the train track is washed out in some places. This stuff will take a long time to get patched back up again. Let's cross the road. It's shadier over here. There we go. I get a little more shade on this side than I do over there. And it's hot out. 25 degrees is quite warm for Halifax. I guess if you live in Florida or Texas or Arizona or someplace, 25 degrees is not very hot. But for us here in Halifax, 25 is quite warm. I'm not sure if I've ever walked on Rodney Road, but we're going to try it. Community garden right there. I didn't even know that was here. Wow. Some things I don't know. I think I go up to the end and then turn right. This will eventually get me downtown Dartmouth. I'm on the Dartmouth side. For those who doesn't know, that Maynard Lake and Portland is on the Dartmouth side. So that's the area we're in, but we're going to try to make our way uptown in a way that you've never seen before, because you've seen so many streets over here. That Dartmouth's not that big a place. It's big, but it's not that big. So it's easy to cover the same streets again. And I want to find something I hadn't been on, so thought we'd come this way. Rodney Road to Johnstone Avenue. And we'll see where it comes out. I have no idea. I know it's going towards downtown, so it should be all right to walk this way. Let's take the sidewalk. It's a little overgrown here with weeds and plants, but I think we can make it. Some bees in that bush, and I saw spiders on my balcony today, so I might have to get them out of there. I'm nearing my birthday soon, another couple of days, and I'm going to let you figure out how old I am, because I don't want to give my age anymore. I'm getting too old. Okay? So if you know how old I was on my last birthday, you'll know how old I am this birthday. I'm getting too old to talk about it anymore. So I'm just going to say it's my birthday this week. I see my wife got a nice cake for my birthday, and we did something really exciting last night. We went out and my wife took me to something she had no experience in either. Neither one of us did. She took me to a axe throwing place where you can learn to throw an axe. It's like a hatchet. They give you these hatchets. And I was surprised how easy it is. It requires your full concentration because you got things to think about while you're doing it. But I was really surprised how quickly I could throw an axe and stick it into the wall. I think my first one went on the floor, and my second one went right into the wall. Well, I was away from there. I won't say I got them all in. I dropped a few, but it don't take long to learn to do it. Very, like I say, you got to concentrate, because if you lose your concentration, it's not going to stick to the wall. You got to concentrate every shot. All right, I highly recommend it if you want something exciting to do. I compare it to bowling because you count your score. It's like a ring. Each farther into the bullseye, you get a higher score. And bowling, you're trying to knock all the pins down. So it's similar. You got to concentrate on bowling, or you throw gutter balls. You got to stay focused. So in that way, it's similar. My wife and I like bowling too, and she's better at bowling than me, so it might turn out she's better at axe throwing than me, in which case I better behave myself. Just joking. My wife would never throw an axe at me. Maybe a bowl or a pan or frying pan or something, but don't think she'd throw an axe at me. Nah, we get along really good. She wouldn't even throw a frying pan at me. Because I don't do anything to make her mad, so there you go. So anyways, hope you're having a good weekend. It's always a good weekend here, usually. I found a new place to get my oil changed this week. A very nice place. Okay, it's, I forgot the name. It's one of those quick lube places, but it was a really good one. The guy was so knowledgeable. Our car, we knew there must be a filter, but we didn't know there was where it was. Like for your inside circulation of air, like your air conditioner. You turn it on, but then you don't want air coming in from outside. You want to use the air that's in the car. So it has to be filtered. And there's a filter under the dash for that. And the guy, he checking everything over, and he checked that filter, and he pulled it out, and it was so full of, like, it was hay and grass and gravel, and it was plugged. Could have blew it out with the air, but it still wouldn't have been much. So he asked me if I wanted to get a new one. I said yes. Put a new one in, because he said that probably hasn't been changed since the car was new, which the car is now 5 years old. So he's changed it, put a new filter in it for me, and he was very nice, very knowledgeable about everything. And I was going to rotate my tires, and he measured them with a gauge, and he said all four are the same, so you don't really need to rotate them this time. So we put them on the other use. We bought a wiper for the back window, which was missing ever since we had the car. We had the car 1 year, and the back wiper was torn. Was on there, but it was torn. So he put a new wiper on it and changed that filter in the dash. And they check everything. He can even check how much fire is coming through your spark plugs. All that stuff. Everything was good. All the rest of it was good, but we changed the oil and, of course, put in the expensive stuff, because you have to with those engines. And that was my experience over there. They were great. And I just drove in there in the yard, and the woman came out and said, as soon as that one in the middle pulls out, you can go right in there. It was like she was out there about a minute after I drove in. Highly recommend that place. So I don't want to say it because I might mix it up with the other one, the one that wasn't so good. And next time, because they sound similar, the two names, and so I might give credit to the wrong company. That other one, they used to change oil. I wouldn't give them credit because they weren't that good. But these guys are great. I see a woman coming with a dog here. I am on Johnstone Road and Cameron Street. I'm not sure where it's coming out, but we'll find out shortly. I think I see Prince Albert up ahead. Hello. Hi, dog. Oh, Prince Arthur, sorry. It's Prince Arthur Street up here. All right. I have never been in this area, ever, where I am right now. Never, ever been on these streets right here. So we're going to keep right on through the intersection and keep on going the direction I'm in. I'm sure we'll come out to something that I recognize before too long. Right now I don't recognize this area. Johnstone Avenue and Prince Arthur. I know I've seen Prince Arthur before, but Well, we'll go a little farther. Let's see. I'm not sure where this is going to come out. All right. Let's go down this way. All right, I see the water. So I must be heading towards the harbor. That means I'm heading in the right direction. We'll just stick right to this. Okay, that'll work for me. I'll try not to make this too long today because I don't want to be late for supper. My wife's working hard there, cooking up a nice meal, and I don't want to be late for that. But I won't cut you short. We'll just try to make it not too long. Sometimes they go over an hour. I'm planning on 45 minutes. I'll try not to let this one go over 45 minutes, okay? You'll get lots of video, but it won't be excessive. All right. Now this is not a street I've walked before, ever. Okay, first time. First time I walked this street, but I think I know where it's coming out because I think when I was down on, I can't think of that street, Pleasant Street. I think when I was down on Pleasant Street, I saw Prince Arthur coming out of it. And I think it's by that restaurant where I went, and I talked about that restaurant one day, how nice it was. I think it's right there. In which case, I'll know exactly where I am when I get down there. Yes, I believe this is the area. But I had no idea I could get over here that way, the way I just took. But here we are. A little bit of a breeze down here coming off the water. That's always nice. Well, our vacation time is getting closer. We're not there yet, but it's getting closer. Here we are, the end of July, the last week in August. We're taking our vacation, going to Montreal, where I'm going to make some videos while I'm up there. And I'm going to spend one night downtown Toronto, where I'm going to try to make another couple of videos. So when I come back, I got a few videos from my trip to show you folks. I'm going to take another road I've never taken. Southdale. It's just a shortcut through to, I never can think of that road. I think it's Pleasant Street. There we are. You know what I mix up? Prince Albert and Pleasant. I guess because they both start with a P. And for the longest time I go out Pleasant Street and be calling it Prince Albert. I'd be going on Prince Albert, calling it Pleasant Street. But I finally got them straightened out, which is which. Pleasant comes up down here towards Woodside, and Prince Albert goes out by Lake Bennock, I guess it is. Okay, yeah, I got them straightened out. Finally, took a while, but. When we first moved to Halifax, Dartmouth, there was a church right here. It's completely gone now. I think that's the spot. I could be wrong. It might have been, I believe it's the spot, but never know. I could be, no, I don't think it is. I don't think it is. There might have been one here too. I don't know what was here. Farther down, there was a spot like this that used to be a church. But I saw them digging that up like they're going to build something there. So I'm not sure about this one. It could have been, but I don't know. So I'll say I don't know on that one. And here we are on Pleasant Street, just like I said. Like I forecast, we would wind up on Pleasant Street. How much time have I been walking here? 20 minutes so far. And we hadn't been on any street we've been on before, except now we're on Pleasant Street. We have been on that. But bear with me, it's not the end of the world. You know, if I show you a street we've been on before. There's going to be lots of things coming up that you haven't seen. So, I know most of you, my regular viewers, you're pretty good. You don't complain if I walk over the same street again. You're my loyal viewers. And you don't complain about that. And you don't complain about anything really. Sometimes I moved the camera around too much and it was a little blurry, or sometimes I made a mistake about something. You don't take me to task for that. You just let it go, and I correct myself usually on my own anyway. There's some of Killam properties right there. Killam is a big name in Halifax, Dartmouth for apartment rentals. They own hundreds of them, literally hundreds of apartments. Oh, here's the spot right here where I told you it used to be a church when we moved here. It's now a big construction site. I don't know what's going here, but I wouldn't be surprised. There's some tall buildings and condos and apartments and maybe some stores. Who knows? But this place is really they're going at it in a big way here. Cutting all the gravel out of here and working their way back there. Yeah, you'd never recognize it now. Anyways, yeah, this is a construction site. I don't know if we'll see a sign as to what's going up here yet. I don't know. Maybe. Okay, I'm back. A little pause in the video right there. I don't know what went wrong, but I just looked down and my video had stopped. So I turned it back on, and I know I didn't miss anything because that house was where it stopped. But I was just back a little bit farther. So everything's good. Let's see. I was going to head towards the water, but I see I guess I got to go this way first now. Take another street. The harbor's still down there, but I'm not on the right. I got to get to the right street to go down there. Okay, my video's working again. I didn't miss much. I might have missed 100 feet of my walking because I looked at the other video where it stopped and that house was showing. So I'm okay. And I had about a half an hour on my video. So we're okay. I wanted to go down to the harbor, but I got to get a street that'll take me down there. Which I've never been on this street either. This is all new to me, all these streets. There's lots of places I haven't been yet in this lovely city. I'm finding that out. I thought I knew it really well, but there's lots of places I haven't been yet. Well, I had to cancel my trip to New Minas. I'm scheduled for this coming Saturday. Because of the floods we had here, it rained so bad. There was the road closed. I would have had to go up 101 to get to New Minas, and it was closed. And so was the old roads and everything. It was bad. It was a bad situation when that storm was on. It wasn't safe to be out. And we didn't go out. We stayed hunkered down and didn't go nowhere until it was safe to go back out, which was this morning. We went back out, and a lot of the roads were good then. Well, we went out early, very early Saturday morning, because we had to go to the bank, and we had to wash our clothes, which we go to the laundromat because we don't have very good facilities in our building, so go to the laundromat. And we went there and did our clothes, came back, and we parked the car home. I don't think we went out again because the storm gradually got worse and worse and worse. And first thing we heard, the roads were closed, and we were getting ready to go up to New Minas to make a video for a young man who's he competes in, I believe it's powerlifting. I think he won a gold medal in Berlin for powerlifting. So we was going to interview him, and that didn't happen because of the storm. But we're hoping that maybe we'll get to go up there. Maybe this Saturday. That's what we're planning to go this Saturday. So hopefully it all works out and we get up there this Saturday. It was just one of those things we couldn't help. Oh, nothing like a nice shady tree on a hot day. Let me see how long I'm going here. I can't tell. I think it was 20-some minutes on the other one, and then it shifted over. When it shifted over, it only went a little while, and it stopped. But I got that problem straightened out. Now we're doing good. I can tell if it's working or not because there's a little counter on my screen for every second. It goes right down to the seconds, the minutes and seconds. And if that thing's not there, I know it's not doing the video. Gonna have to stop and see where it quit. I went back into the ones I had just done to see what was the last thing it showed. And I was looking right at the house I was looking in front of. So I didn't miss much. A little tiny bit. That's okay. I've never been on these streets, honest. Never have. I had that little jaunt on Pleasant Street, and that was it. The rest of them I haven't been on. I wanted to go down by the water, but I think it's right over here. But so far I haven't found a street going over there, but maybe soon. Maybe soon. Well, there's the water right there. But where's the street to take me there? The city's right over there. I must be farther away from it than I thought. Albert Street. Let's go right around the turn. I think I know where I am now. I think. I think this street goes down a steep hill and comes out right across from Tim Hortons, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's correct. If it does, I just might stop in and get a cup of coffee for the road. I'll bring it with me when I make my video. Okay? It looks like the turn that goes down there. Let's take the sidewalk side. This is a one-way street. You can go down it, but you're not supposed to come up it. Not with a vehicle. Want to see a steep hill? This is a steep hill. Here's the street up here, and the one way you see way down there. It's still the same street, but it's way down below here. It's very steep. Halifax got many steep hills, and this is one of them. Let's get out here on the road and show you the road looking down the hill. Hopefully the video does it justice how steep this hill is. I'm taking my hat off for a minute. Want to see my hat? I got this when I was in Toronto last year when we were up visiting. Pretty cool, huh? You get it from the CN Tower. That's the only place you can buy these. These particular Toronto hats, you have to go to the CN Tower store to get them. And I've had mine since then. I want to get a nice Montreal hat this year when I'm in Montreal. Being a Toronto fan, I don't know if I could buy a Montreal Canadian hat or not, maybe, but it might be possible. Yeah, but I do want to get a hat with Montreal on it while I'm up there. I like hats with cities on them and towns. I'm going to turn around just so you can see how steep this hill is. Maybe that don't do it justice, but it is steep. It's like that, but it's very steep. All right, let's keep going. Tim Hortons is right over there. I might just stop in there and get a coffee and check the time, see how much video I've got on this phone for this video. I won't sign off because I might add more to it, but I'll go in there and it's really hot out, so I want to take a break and get a coffee, sit down, relax, and then perhaps maybe we'll come back out and do something, and maybe I'll sign off. We'll see. Nice to see new buildings going up down here in Dartmouth. Halifax getting a lot of buildings now. It's at Dartmouth. Look, there's lots of new buildings that's gone up here recently, and there's another one on the other side of that one you see, and then there's one there. There's lots of new buildings going up here. All right, we're going over to Tim Hortons. When I get to the intersection here, I'll turn it off, but I'm not going to sign off because I will be back. Even if it's just to walk a little bit and sign off, I'll still be back. I think I got 20 minutes on the other one, and 30, and another 10 on this one is 30, and then that short one where it shut off. So between the three, I got about 40 minutes, maybe 40, 41 minutes, something like that. All right, Tim Hortons is here. I'm going to turn it off. I'll be back shortly. Okay, I'm back briefly. Went into Tim Hortons, got my coffee sitting here on the garbage can. All right, here we go. I'm going to walk towards home, and somewhere along the way I'll end my video, okay? That work out all right for you? I think that's the best way to do that. We'll just walk part way home, and I don't want to bore you with it too long a video. So that's it. We're going to walk our way home now. You can see the water right over there, but I didn't get over there today. I walked strange roads I never walked before. But I got myself a large coffee. That ought to sustain me till I get home. I just called my wife. She said I got 45 minutes to get home. So I think I can walk home in a half an hour, 35 minutes maybe. I might have 10 minutes grace by the time I get home. That'll be all right. I don't want to be late because she's cooking supper and it is a hot day. So for her to make that sacrifice to cook a nice supper tonight, I don't want to be late for supper. So that's where we are. Try to please my wife, and she tries to keep me happy too, and she does. She keeps me happy. I'm very happy to be married to her. Yep, it's wonderful. I wouldn't trade it for anything. Well, I'm enjoying the shade of these trees as I walk up Portland. I know I've walked up Portland a few times, and you guys have seen my videos of me on Portland a few times, but I'm not going to walk all the way home and do the video. Just go a little ways and I'm going to sign off. There's the street we came down, but not here, farther down on Pleasant Street. It intersects with Portland, but we took a different route. Okay, so I'm thinking maybe right here on the corner of Pleasant and Portland we'll sign off this video. Is that okay? So I hope you liked this video. If you did, push that like button. If you're not yet a subscriber, I'd love it if you became a subscriber. Push that subscribe button, be great. If you are a subscriber, my thanks to you for being a subscriber. And with that, take care, be safe, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye for now.